Hey y'all, welcome back to the kitchen. Okay, so after 2 hours of baking, our rum cakes are done, and oh my god, it smells so delicious in here. But they also look delicious, y'all. There they are. Look at them, 1 and 2. And this was the mini loaf. That's gonna be me and my husband's sample cake. That was the excess batter that was left over. We can't waste nothing, okay? So here's 1 and 2. All right, so next are those sweet potato pies, y'all. All right, so what I did is I went ahead and boiled my sweet potatoes, okay? So typically with something like this, most people, just peel them and all this other stuff and things like that. Now, like I said earlier, my food processor helped me out a lot. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna peel these potatoes and I'm gonna put them in my lovely food processor to help me out. And then we are going to pop them in this pot that I boiled them in, and then we're also gonna just mix everything right here, just to keep things kind of kosher and clear. It is a mess already, so just go ahead and finish the mess. Now, with the rum cake, because that was a specific recipe, I followed the recipe to the T. My pies, the way I make them, I don't measure a goddamn thing. So I just put whatever I feel like putting in my pie, and that's it. So we're gonna make 2, I believe. If there's any batter left, I have the thin pie crust. The ones that nobody really like, but if you need to make a pie, you just gotta have them. I'm gonna do my deep dish first, and then I'll do those. So let me grab a couple of eggs. So when I do my pies, I always do 2 eggs per pie. People do their own thing with theirs, and that's just how I'm accustomed to doing it. I've always done it that way, and that's just the way I do it. So now the potatoes are boiled, so I'm just peeling the skin off. Y'all, look here. I am so proud of myself with that rum cake. I sent a picture to my husband because he's working, and man, let me tell you, he smiled. So if he's happy, I'm happy, okay? Because I told y'all, I can't mess that cake up. Now, we still got to taste that cake. But from the way the batter was, it has the right flavor. It's all right, y'all. We're good. We are good. Now, customary, I know some people put milk in their pies and, stuff like that. I don't do that. I put no milk, like milk. I do use a sweet milk, but I use part sweet milk and I use part coconut cream. That's what I like in my pie. That's just, that's my own recipe. That's the way I do it, and that's just that. That's how I like it. So the flavor just is phenomenal. So that's what I do with mine. So we're gonna peel these. This is real easy. And we're gonna drop them right in this food processor. Now, when I blend my sweet potatoes, I blend them with the coconut cream first, and then everything else just follows suit once they're out of the processor into, well, what would be my bowl, my pot. But I found this process. I have to thank my mom because, like I said, I don't know what happened to my mixer. I still just don't know. I actually had 2 hand mixers, and I don't know where they are. I know one of them I had for so long, that one just died on me. But I had another one, and it probably is somewhere in this house. I just don't know where it's at, okay? And we just not gonna worry about it. I got the job done, thanks to my mommy. She was like, you got your blender, you got your Ninja, use that. So I was like, you know what, you're right, Mom. So I went ahead and did that. All right, we're almost finished with this. And I like doing it when it's hot, but I had to let the rum cake cook first. That's why I did that first, because it has to bake the longest. And we just didn't need that kind of static going on. Okay, so let me wash my can off. Anytime I have a can where it has like a little pop top, or I need to use a can opener or something like that, I have to wash that thing off, because you don't know what warehouse these came from, where it's been. And I can't allow it. I just can't do it. So we're gonna pop this top here. This is coconut cream. I did shake it before I opened it. Oh, come on, baby. Ooh. All right. So we're gonna put a little bit of coconut cream in here. Actually, this is enough. I'm gonna do the whole can. And that's what I'm going to blend these lovely potatoes with. Where's my top? Oh, I see it. This time, let's make sure we put this on the right way, because it did not like that, and it told us, no, I'm not gonna turn on. This thing is very picky. All right, so we're gonna blend this. Check that out. Oh, that's beautiful. If my grandbaby was here before I put that coconut cream in, I would have gave him some, because he loves sweet potatoes. He said, What a cutie pie. All right, y'all. So let's bring this on over. Now, if y'all worried about the stringiness and all that stuff, listen here. That is a food processor. There are no strings in this pie. Okay? A1, look at that. Look like baby food. Just as smooth as butter. All right, so we're gonna get that on in here. Now, this is the first part of the sweetening. Now, after this, I just add me a little bit of the sweet milk, the condensed milk. And then after that, I use a little bit of brown sugar. And then I'll taste it first. If it needs anything else, then I'll go from there on taste. But I don't measure anything. I just spot it and I just taste the flavor, and that's it. I don't just pour stuff in. And I've never used a recipe. My mom makes hers a little bit different, but same thing. I mean, there's really no measuring. You just kind of just taste the flavor and see what you like. To me, when it comes to sweet potato pie, you know. So when I first started watching her, I love her pies, but I love for her to make her pie. I don't want to mimic that. That's my mom's pie. She makes her own. So I just do mine a little bit different. And I like her pie for her to make it. I don't want to replicate that. Now, if she make me do it, then, you know, you just got to do what you got to do. You got to learn how to make these pies, girl. All right, so we're going to get all of that out of there. Same as we did with the cake. Want everything. Want it all. All right. So as far as the sweet potatoes, because these were not grown in my yard, I just chose an organic sweet potato. That was just my preference to do that. You don't have to do that, but if I'm, you know, using what I'm using, I want it to be organic. So in this case, I did choose organic sweet potatoes to make my pie. All right, so we got our sweet potatoes. So next is cinnamon. Remember guys, I don't measure. I just spot and then I taste. I spot and then I taste. So I don't do a whole lot of that. Nutmeg. Now I sprinkle nutmeg in my pie just for that flavor. And that's it. And then as far as vanilla, I use Madagascar vanilla. A little hit. On that. Okay. And then I'll mix this and then I'll add the sweet milk here in a minute. This is really it. I remember this used to take me forever because I was trying to put together a recipe that I liked for my household. And like I said, as far as my mom pie, I love my mom's pies, but I like for her to make her pie. I don't want to replicate my mommy's pie. When she make it, that's it. So this is probably about between a half a cup and cup of the sweet milk. And that's probably going to be just enough. I may not even have to add much brown sugar. Now I got to put some in here. All right, we're going to see where this is at as far as flavor right now, where it's at, to see if I need to add any more cinnamon, nutmeg, or vanilla. Which I think we're good on the vanilla, so let me just see here. I need a little bit more nutmeg. And then a dab of cinnamon. I might add a pinch of vanilla. We'll see here in a second. Okay. And then we're going to throw that brown sugar in here. And do one more taste just to make sure. All right, let's do our brown sugar. Now, again, I don't do a whole lot of measuring, but I'm gonna make sure that I get enough sweetness in here. That should do it there. Now, once I taste that, we should be rocking and rolling. I usually do like a 2-part if it's the flavor is where it needs to be. Sometimes I might throw a little bit of cane sugar, but just try to keep things nice and simple. All right, now let's see. I might put a little more milk. If it'll let me. It's only a little bit left in here. I can use the rest of it. It's just thick. Come on. Because I used this with my last pie, so it wasn't a whole lot. Trying to get the last little drop out of here. There's no need to put this back in the refrigerator. Put this little bitty drop. Come on. All right, we're gonna beat the can to nothing. Okay, all right. I was trying to get it all out. Okay, so let's mix this. All right, one last taste. Make sure we're good on cinnamon and everything. I believe we're good, y'all. Then we can put our eggs in here. If you can see, if you were worried about strings with that food processor, you don't have to worry about that. Look how creamy that is. And I'll bring you even closer so you can see. Did I get that on my shirt? Okay, I did. Look at that. Look how velvety that is. No strings. Perfect. So, all right. One more flavor taste, and then we'll drop our eggs in. Again, my oven's already on preheat. I left it Well, I turned it off for a little bit, but I left it. I put it back on after the cakes were done. Last flavor taste. All right. We're in there. Okay, y'all. So I think I got something on my shirt. And if you didn't see in the beginning of this video here, this shirt was made by one of my girlfriends who actually kind of, you know, looked up as like an aunt, but she's just a sweetheart. She makes her own t-shirts. I will link her in this video on my Facebook channel. And you can get your shirts customized. It's backwards, but this says Tea's Veggie Treats. So I thought today would be very good to wear it. Kind of festive for the holidays, right? Okay, so now that we're done with the softer side of things, we got to blend these eggs in here. So I got my whisk. So we're going to go ahead and blend those. Use my little trash plate here. Put that right there. This is going in my compost. So I didn't want to throw that away. So we're using 4 eggs. If there's anything left over, then I will make a smaller pie, but we'll see what's going on with this first. I told my husband, I said, look like we're gonna be eating desserts for Christmas. At the rate I'm going. This is the one thing with me, when I start baking, y'all, I don't stop. I try. I really do, y'all. I really try. But once I get going, I don't stop. Okay, so this is compost. Move that out of my way. I actually need to clear some of this space, y'all. Give me 1 second. Let me get all the sugar and stuff out of here. Just sit them on the back counter. All right. Make room for our pie crust. Had them on the sideline here. Okay. Now we're gonna whisk this. Whisk in those beautiful eggs. Look how velvety this is, y'all. Like, there's no strings in this pie. I tell you what, I've gotten a workout today. It was well worth it. I can't remember the last time I actually baked this much in one day. I bake, don't get me wrong, but it's like I split it up because, you know, sometimes I might make a cake with dinner, or I might make some pies, or, you know, something might come up where it just requires my attention in the kitchen to do some things. So that's what I do. Yes. So, but I'm telling you, this has been great. It actually has. So let me move my little thing over, and we're gonna pour our pie. I don't know if you guys can see me do that. I may have to put you on my other tripod. Let's see. You can kind of see me from there. I don't want to push too much on this counter because there's a lot still up here from the rum cake. So there we go. We're gonna put that in there. I might be able to make a third one here. Let's see. I usually do a split between both pies first, and then anything left over, then I'll top them off. No, it's gonna make 2. Yeah, it's gonna make exactly 2. What my mom does is that if she has some left over, she makes little mini pies, which are so good for the family, because a lot of times the sliced pie goes first. So at least with those, everybody can get like a full pie, which is cool. Oh, these are filled to the top. Goodness sakes, I'm gonna have to put something under this. So I don't have any mini pie crust, so these will have to be filled to the top. That was exactly, I can't remember how many sweet potatoes that was in that little bag. That was exactly 2 pies, y'all. I think that was about 8 sweet potatoes. I may have to look back at the video once this is uploaded and count them back and see. But I believe that might have been 8 sweet potatoes. So if it was, then it was 8 sweet potatoes that made these 2 pies. All right, let me do this first because our oven is on preheat. So we want to get these in the oven. All right. Pull the rack out. That'll be easier for me. I feel like I better put something on there underneath there. I have a long tray. Let me grab that just in case, because you know when you slide the tray back, they do a little jiggle, and I surely do not want any of that pie mixture going down in my oven. So I think adding them to this tray will be beneficial for me. All right, let's see. Let's slide this up here. And then just take the tray. So if anything spills, I think both of these will fit comfortably on here. They should. All right, y'all. There they are. Beautiful sweet potato pies. They're going in the oven. I have my oven on 350. Put those in there gently. And they did fit perfect. So there they go. All right. And we're just gonna slide that in there carefully. And like I said, even if they shake a little bit, the pan is underneath, so I don't have to worry about it messing up the bottom of my oven. All right, y'all, we on a roll. I will say I'm gonna take a break from baking tonight. And that lovely banana bread, I'm gonna make that tomorrow. That's easy. That's real quick and easy. But I know my pies need to take some time. And I have a few other little things I need to do around the house. I gotta definitely clean up my kitchen. And I usually typically clean as I go. But because I was doing back-to-back baking, I washed only the things that I absolutely needed to use again. You know how that goes. And then now I actually need to clean my kitchen and get my compost ready for tomorrow. Just with that little bit of stuff, I have so much compost. The eggshells, the skins, and this and that, and all kinds of stuff. And wow, man, like, yeah, I have compost. And did I tell you, if you remember, that those rump cakes took 16 eggs, okay? So yeah, we got a lot to do, but y'all, thank y'all for coming in the kitchen. I will post this video once the pies are done, and then I have to do some editing, so it might be Christmas morning when you see the full video. But man, this feels so good. The rump cake is still cooling, so but they look great. They smell phenomenal. Like, oh my god, they smell good. So yeah, that's what we got going on. For those of you that celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas. Like I said, I don't do all that holiday stuff, y'all. I love the gathering and the family time more than all the commercialized stuff. So yeah, so you won't catch me doing too much of all that other stuff. So I'm gonna tidy up the kitchen. I will catch y'all back here for some more baking Christmas morning. So have a good night, and I will see you all tomorrow. But you'll see this, what the pies look like when they come out the oven. That'll be the ending of this video. So I'll see y'all tomorrow on this banana bread, because we gotta make it. We can't let our bananas go to waste. So bye.